Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today is January 28th, that is Tuesday, and I am bringing you kind of a mixed haul of things. Some of this is going to be really out of order because these items here were purchased at Real Canadian Superstore on January 11th. So things are definitely a little bit out of order, but I came across the Superstore receipt and decided, you know what, I haven't had a lot of content go up on my channel in the last couple months because life has been crazy with Christmas and a sick brother that I've been tending to, and 2 jobs and my own health issues. So I thought, let's film some stuff and get some stuff up, even if it is a little bit belated or after the fact. So today is Tuesday, January 28th. And again, my name is Janice. If you've never been to my channel before, and if that's the case, welcome here. If you have been with me for a while, then you will know that I work as at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys as a cashier. And as well, I work at an elementary school in a grade 3 classroom as a lunch supervisor. So I work 2 part-time jobs. Although the Sobeys one is, I wouldn't say it's full-time, but it's definitely part-time, but it's a lot of hours for part-time. Like, it's not your typical 10-hour-a-week part-time job. Not at all. Anyway, so I wanted to put this up just because I hadn't put these all at the back of the pantry yet or what have you. They were all within reach. So when I found that receipt, I thought, let's do this. So on January 11th, I went to Real Canadian Superstore. I had recently been going through my deep freeze up here and found a bag of pepperoni. And so when I saw the pizza kits, I thought, let's get a couple of those. Each of these kits makes 2 pizzas. And I just thought, we already have pepperoni in the freezer. Let's make some homemade pizza coming up soon, one of these nights. Those were $8.49 each. That particular week, No Name pickles were on my offers. No Name brand is yellow packaging, black bar that says No Name. That is a store brand. They were $3.29 each, so I grabbed a dill pickle and a dill chip. The latter I like to put in sandwiches. Playtex tampons were on my offers. Those were $9.99 each. There were actually 2 boxes that I purchased, but one of them is already in use in the bathroom. Normally when they go on sale, I try and maximize my points and buy more than 2 boxes, but $9.99 is not a sale price. So decided just to stick with 2 for the time being. And then down here, this package of penne pasta was $1.79 on sale. Regular is $1.99. I can remember when sale price, not that terribly long ago, used to be 99 cents for a package this size. So that shows you how much things have gone up. Normally I keep lots of spaghetti in the house and some egg noodle type things to make soup. I don't usually have a lot of penne pasta on hand. That's why I needed it. But I had recently eaten a dish that had penne pasta in it and meat sauce, and I quite liked it and decided I'd give it a try, but I had to grab some pasta. So that's what I picked up on that day. You can see here that I got 2,000 points on the tampons, 600 points on the pickles, so 2,600 points. My total was $45.33. And then down here, what I actually paid, though, was $5.33. I redeemed $40 in points, so I actually only paid $5.33 on that day, but I earned the 2,600 points that I described above. And that left me at that time with a closing balance of 32,950 PC Optimum points. And that right there, that balance shows you, that's enough to tell you right there that this is an older clip or older haul, because the last video I posted, I believe at the end of that video, I was at 46 or 47,000 PC Optimum points. So at that time, at the end of this one, I was at 32,950. So $32, almost $33 in PC Optimum points. But now, as of the end of my last video I just uploaded, I have between $46 and $47 worth of points, I believe, at the end of that video. So that's the end of this clip. Stay tuned. I did get a couple of things on clearance at Sobeys the other night, which I'm going to film next. And then part 3 will be an Amazon haul at the end of this video. So stay tuned. All right, now here's a few items that I picked up at Sobeys. Again, today is Tuesday, January 28th, and these items I picked up on January 25th. These were on clearance at Sobeys. I bought, all these things were half price. The napkins that were New Year's, they were $2.49 with $1 off, and the next one was $2.49 with 99 cents off. The plates were the same thing, $1, $2.49 with $1 off, and then $2.49 with 99 off. And I got a third thing of plates, $2.49 with $1 off. And the small napkins were $2 with 80 cents off each of them. So, no, actually, pardon me, they weren't small napkins. The only napkins I bought were the large ones. But the small plates were $2 with 80 cents off of each. And this is before my corporate discount, because as a Sobeys employee, we get 10% off your first $150 spent each week. and that goes from Monday to Sunday each week. These were purchased on the 25th, which was on the weekend. So that was on last week's $150 cap. And now that it's Tuesday of this week, I'm on a new $150 cap again. Now, each of these packages, these are 8 paper plates, New Year's. And so that's why I bought 3. And then these ones were also 8. So I bought 3. And of the napkins, they were 16 in a pack. So basically I have 24 large plates, 24 little plates, and 32 napkins. So I'll show you the receipt. There was no points earned on any of this, but you can see the $2.49 is $1 off. These are the napkins, $2.49.99 off, $2.49 of the plates for $1 off, $2.49 again with 99 off, all the way down, and then the $2 ones that had 80 cents off each. And then my staff discount was $1.85. I spent $10.33. I did not earn any Scene Plus points on this, but I was still left with a closing balance of 7,184 Scene Plus points at that time. And just like PC Optimum points, Scene Plus points can be redeemed in increments of $10. So that means I'm currently sitting, at least as of that date, at $70 in Scene Plus points. All right, now to show you what I picked up tonight at Sobeys after work. I worked until 7 tonight. And then after my physiotherapy appointment, I ducked back over to work to grab a few things that I noticed were on sale. And again, like I said in my previous clip, our corporate discount runs from Monday to Sunday every week. So because it's Tuesday right now, I'm on my new week's worth of discount, which I didn't max out last week anyway, but not a problem. It's just some weeks you do. The 6 packs of pop right now are on sale for $3.88, and that is before our corporate discount. And Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi tends to be my daughter's and my preferred caffeine over coffee, although I will drink some of that too. So I grabbed 2 Diet Cokes for right now, and they're $3.88 on sale, but again before our 10% off. And then this was in the HMR department, this little meal, this chilled meal of 2 chicken strips and some coleslaw and potato salad, $4.02. That may well be my supper tonight or a little snack. And then over here, these hot chocolates were not something I needed, but I saw some people buying them, and I did see the cart. There's a cart of clearance items, and this was one of them, and it said they're marked down to $2. However, when you buy them, they actually come up as $2 with $1 off, so they're marked down to $1. So I bought 6 because the date on them is they are good until, oh, let's see if I can see it. Focus here. April 30th, 2026. So surely we will use them before then, and if not, I can use them, a couple of them even in Christmas baskets, for Christmas 2025, because they're good until April 2026. Basically, these were $1 each minus my 10% discount, so 90 cents each, and there's still a bunch more left. So I basically paid 90 cents for each of those. And then I was shopping hungry after work, saw these deviled eggs. They were calling my name. 12-pack, $8.99. And then these Holiday Mint M&Ms, these red, white, and green ones, M&Ms were $6.49, but 50% off of that, again, minus my discount. So let me show you the breakdown here. You can see there's the M&Ms. Apparently, there's actually $1.62 off of each bag, as well as being $3.25 off. So the $3.25 was the 50% off, but each of them were already marked down $1.62. So they were already $6.49 minus $1.62. I can't do that mental math off the top of my head, but they were already basically like $4.80 something. And then $3.25 off of that on top of it because they were half price. So basically making them down to like, well, if it was $3.25 and then $1.62 off, that's like they were basically like $1.60 each, approximately. So not bad at all. And then there's the pops, $3.88 each. And then there's the hot chocolates, $2 each, minus $1. And for every 2 that I bought, I earned 100 Scene Plus points. So I earned 300 points just on those hot chocolates, which equates to $3 in points. And then I bought a paper bag for 25 cents. And my corporate discount was $3.95 over and above with these M&Ms up here when they're bringing them down to like $1.60 whatever, because of the $6.49 down to $3.25 and the $1.62 off. That brought, if they're down to $3.25 and $1.62 off, yeah, they were $1.63 each. So then the 10% was still over and above that. So basically $1.50 each for those bags. So the corporate discount was the $3.95, and for that meal that I bought, that little chicken strip one, 250 points there, plus these 300 points here. So 550 points, which equates to $5.50 in points, My total was $27.94, and I had a gift card for $45. So I didn't pay anything. I still have $17.06 left over on the gift card, and the gift card didn't cost me anything either. It actually was a Christmas gift card that those of us that are in the social club at work get once a year. And I got that at the end of December. It was a bit late, but I got it nonetheless. So I still have $17 left. So you can see I earned 550 points, and that I was at 7,184 points going into this. So that will have me at, let's do the mental math here, 7,734 points when those points hit my account, which will be about tomorrow. So I will still be in the $70 Scene Plus point bracket as of tomorrow, but I'll be at 7,700 plus points. So just less than 300 points away from $80 in points when those points hit my account tomorrow. But not too bad, considering I depleted all my points before Christmas and I'm rebuilding, and we're not even quite at the end of January and I'm already back at $80 in points. I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, so the next clip that you're going to see is my Amazon haul, and then I will wrap up this video. All right, so this is going to be the final segment of my video. This portion of the video is an Amazon haul. Just before Christmas, I decided to take advantage of Amazon's persistent advertising of doing a 1-month free trial of Amazon Prime, and decided, okay, let's do it. I ended up ordering a few Christmas gifts for the family off there, as well as a few other things for myself that I needed. Especially Christmas gifts that I had done. Those I didn't film in this. This came later. Christmas time, we had a Canada Post strike that went almost right up until Christmas. So at the end of it all, I wound up ordering a few things for my family for Christmas gifts. And that was all said and done. But then I got the offer for the free month of Amazon Prime. So I decided to do it. But I had to make sure that I was diligent in canceling it before the 1 month was up. Otherwise, I would start getting charged for monthly fees. And I did not want that. So I took advantage of that 1 month of free Prime to get a few things. This is an earring holder. I have lots of little pairs of earrings that just simply are everywhere. I have a jewelry box downstairs, and I have like a jewelry and necklace tree or whatever that are full, but just lots of little pairs of everyday earrings. Nothing valuable, nothing fancy, but they're just kind of everyday costume jewelry, and I just don't have a place to put them all. And so this came up that you could get this in white or pink or other colors. So I ordered this, and I've started filling it already. It's not full, but I started putting some in. There's 5 drawers, 3 that have 18 compartments. And then I think the 4th one has 6 a little bit larger compartments. And then the very bottom one is just one big open compartment. So you could put whatever in that. I'm just trying not to tilt that too much because otherwise it will spill. I also bought some CDs. These are by a men's quartet called Triumphant. And actually, whenever I'm on YouTube, I often get a notification for a song by them called I'm Going There. And I always listen to it. I love it. And I mean, I love men's quartets. I sing myself, and I love harmonies. So that one, I enjoy that song. And so then just on a whim, when I did the Amazon trial, I decided to see if they have any CDs out, and they do. So this one, there's actually another CD, a 4th one. There's 3 here. And there's a 4th one that's still on order that has not come yet. This one is called God is Listening. I know the writing is going to be on backwards because I'm doing this on selfie mode. Please forgive me for that. This one is Bigger Than Sunday. And this one is Hymns of Worship. So I'm quite looking forward to them. I haven't taken the plastic off these yet. I ended up having to make a quick less than 1 week trip out to Saskatchewan to see my brother who's not doing well. So a lot of these things came before I went, and I just haven't had a chance to start enjoying them yet. These 2 books here, I've become friends with a fellow on YouTube. That's how I met him, named Leroy. And his channel, if you want to go check it out, is called 40 and Broke. And he has written this book, Breaking the Pattern, Poverty, Prison, and the Path to Success. And then he also has put out this Prison to Penthouse P2P financial workbook. And again, that his name is Leroy, and his channel name is 40 and Broke. You may want to go check that out. He has some very good budgeting, motivational type content on his channel. He's become a friend of mine online. We've communicated. We always send Christmas cards every year, although this year I got really behind because of the candle strike. But he's a good guy. Lots of good information and on his channel, and I'm looking forward to delving into his books. I've been meaning to get these for a while. And then I also ordered myself a lunch bag. As you can see behind me, well, for one thing, you can see behind me that Christmas isn't put down, even though it's the end of, isn't put away yet, even though it's the end of January, Christmas is still up in our house. I know, life has been a little bit nuts between the two jobs and being away for a week tending to my brother and stuff. Things have just been a little bit crazy. But anyway, you can see behind me there's lots of Christmas gnomes back there. Up until about 2 years ago, I wasn't a gnome person, but one of my friends is, and she's kind of swung me over to the gnome bandwagon. My daughter does not see the point in it, does not see the use in it whatsoever, does not find them cute, but I kind of do. I needed a new lunchbox for work, so I ordered this off Amazon. Now, I really like it, and I'm not going to send it back, but it is smaller than I anticipated. Now, going back and looking at it, I can see that in one of the pictures of it on Amazon, there actually were measurements, and I should have looked at that and noted those measurements compared to the lunchbox that I already have, or lunch bag that I already have, and I would have seen that it was smaller. But it's cute. I don't want to send it back. So, but I do see on there that there are some other ones that are gnomes that are bigger. This one would still be okay for like a little outing, like if I wanted to just take something in the car, if we're going on a day trip somewhere and I just want to throw a few granola bars or a can of pop in here, that would be okay. But as far as packing, like it won't be wide enough for a bento box to put my, like a salad or a sandwich in to take to work. But if I got a bigger lunch bag for that purpose, then that would be fine, and I could just save this for like little outings or whatever. It did not say, to my credit, it did not say kids lunchbox, it said adult, but it is a little bit on the small side. But it's so cute, it's gnomes. So that is that. And then I also bought peach jello. This was in a 6-pack. I make a dish, it's actually a jellied salad called Peach Bavarian, and it calls for peach jello powder, and I have not been able to find that in our stores here, even though I work at a grocery store, for a long time. And I thought, okay, well, when we did our Christmas shopping in Fargo and Grand Forks, maybe I'll find it in the States, because you guys in the US have different brands and different flavors of things we don't have. Came up empty there too. So I ended up just ordering them off Amazon. I don't have the prices for anything off the top of my head, not in front of me. Can't remember how much this 6-pack was, but I thought even if I make that Peach Bavarian once every 2 months, 6 of these will last me an entire year. So I don't know what the date is on these. Oh, July 2025. Okay, so technically I should probably use them by summer, although I could probably get away with using one of them into August or September, and it should probably be okay. But it's just something I can't seem to get in stores here these days. And we can get orange jello powder, but not peach. So, and it's just not quite the same. I did get a couple of toys for, oops, you can hear in the background most likely that we have parrots. Yeah, they're chirping away here, even though it's getting later in the evening. And so I did order a couple of bird toys. I'm not sure which bird is going to get what yet, but I did get these. Petland, PetSmart, they do have some bird toys in them, but not really a tremendous selection. So I decided, I found a couple of these on Amazon. I thought a couple of our bigger birds especially will probably enjoy these. And then finally, I got some books. This one is Prince Harry, Spare. I've been wanting to read this one since it came out, and so I finally ordered it for myself. And I used to watch 19 Kids and Counting, and then the Duggar Girls Counting On when it was on for a while, and those are not airing anymore, but I do still follow a couple of them on social media and on YouTube. So these are the books by Jill Dillard and by Ginger Duggar. Ginger's book is Becoming Free Indeed, My Story of Disentangling Faith from Fear, and Jill's is called Counting the Cost. I think a lot of the kids in the family are still very much following the way they were raised, but some of them have kind of gone their own way, and they're dressing less conservatively and just living life a little bit differently. And I'm interested in reading their stories. Like the one from Ginger says, Separating Truth from Error. Yeah, and just lots of, I've heard a lot about these. I follow them on Instagram and whatnot, and I've just been quite interested in kind of hearing their story, and what I'm sure they probably still have some value as far as how they were raised and whatnot, but obviously something has compelled them to depart from that and live differently. So I'm quite interested in hearing their story. And then finally, the other one is a Charles Spencer, A Very Private School, a memoir. If you're unclear or unsure of who he is, most of you probably know, but if you're not familiar, he was Princess Diana's brother, the late Princess of Wales. And this is his story about being in a private school and some of the abuse he endured. And again, he's also somebody I still follow on Instagram, and I read about the fact that this book was coming out, and I was intending to buy it for quite some time, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Now, there's a couple of items that I have on order, on that same order, that still have not come. One of which is a book of poetry, and that is still on its way. And that book I only bought because my former high school teacher wrote that book. So that should be coming hopefully in the next few weeks. And then I also ordered chocolate buttons, Cadbury chocolate buttons, the little round guys. Used to be able to get those here all the time, and I could not find them. That was part of my Christmas baking every year, is I use those in the center of mini cheesecakes. And usually if I couldn't find them in the grocery store, I could always duck next door to Rexall, the drugstore, and they would have them there. Not this year. Couldn't find them anywhere. And again, well, I don't think I looked in the States, because I think we went to the States the first weekend of December, and it was when we got back I started really getting into my Christmas baking. Otherwise, had I known, I probably would have looked at when I was in North Dakota. But at any rate, can't find them here in Canada. At least not in Manitoba, anyway, not in my city. So I ended up going on Amazon and ordered some, so they are still en route. Of course, it's past Christmas time, but technically I could make those mini cheesecakes anytime. My daughter loves those mini cheesecakes, so if I make them at any time, she would be more than thrilled. But I'll have to see what the expiry is on them, because I might hold them back for next Christmas, or I may just have to make some just because she missed out on them this Christmas. So there's the chocolate buttons that are still coming, and the poetry book that is still coming, and there's also one other book that is on pre-order. It doesn't release until April. I believe it is called Final Descent. One of my longtime friends of over 40 years, she shared this book. I think she has a copy already, because the author is a friend of hers in hand. This fellow who is the author was a former Canadian military test pilot, I want to say, for helicopters. Her husband himself was a military search and rescue pilot, so the two guys are friends. And this fellow, I think it's called Final Approach or Final Descent. I can't remember the title off the top of my head, but it's to do with his story of dealing with his mother, who is aging and going through the battle with dementia, and just how, his life experience of caring for an aging, ill parent as they had their final approach towards basically the end of their life. And by the time I get this, my brother probably will have already passed away, because he has a brain tumor and he is terminal. He was given 4 months to live back in July, and now he's on hospice. Mind you, every time they've given him a timeline of how long he'll live, he defies doctors' expectations and lives longer, so who knows? But technically, he is on hospice, so he is on very much borrowed time, and he is very much on his final descent or final approach, however you want to phrase it. So I feel like whether I get this, whether he lives long enough that I get this book before he passes and I can read it kind of as I walk with him down this road, or whether it comes after he passes, either way, I'm kind of walking a little bit of a similar road. Whereas the author is dealing with a mother who is aging and going through dementia, my brother may not be that old, but he is older than me, and he's dealing with a brain tumor, which does alter your brain, much like dementia or Alzheimer's would, I suppose, or at least similarly. Either way, we're both he dealt with a family member who's coming to the end of their life, and I'm walking with a family member who's coming to the end of his. So that just struck me as a book that would be of benefit to me. And so that is on pre-order. And I think that book and the poetry book and the chocolate buttons are the last 3 items that are missing from this order. No, last 4 items, because there is one more of these CDs, one more of the Triumphant Quartet CDs. So there's 4 items coming. One more of their CDs, the chocolate buttons, the poetry book, and it's by Robert Curry, that was one of my high school teachers, and then the other book, and I think the author's name was Jonathan Knoll, I want to say. So, and that is Knaul, I believe is how it's spelled. Anyway, that is it for this video. I'm sorry to ramble on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of a mishmash of stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment down below. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And yeah, make sure you subscribed. And yeah, make sure your notification bell is turned on as well, because I'm hoping to start getting content out more consistently. So if you're subscribed and your notifications are turned on, you'll be notified whenever I do finally get something up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Hope you're having a great week, everybody. Take care.